In this video, traders, we're going to look at staying motivated during tough trading days. Stay tuned. Hey guys, a very warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. All right, so staying motivated during tough trading days or weeks or months is tricky, right? Often it's just you and the screens, the markets, your blotter, your P&L, and as horrible as that is, it will not go away. It's not going to change the fact you've had a bad day, not going to change the fact you've had a bad week. And sometimes it just feels like, oh, you know what, it's really tricky, it's really this, it's really that. And that's your kind of inner voice just nagging away at you saying, oh, doubting you and this, that, and the other. And listen, guys, we're human beings. We're human beings. We will have ebbs and flows in motivation, ebbs and flows in confidence, as just like the market does, ups and downs. And so this is normal to sometimes be demotivated. And it's normally going to come, you're not going to be demotivated after you've had your best month. It normally comes after a bit of a drawdown, a bit of a poor month. Maybe you've worked really hard, maybe you haven't really seen the results, and you're going, you're a bit demotivated. Some of the things you can do to kind of spark yourself back up into gear and get going again. Number one, have a life outside of the markets. This is super important. I never really got this. In my early days of trading, I'd just be hammering away at the markets, DAX in the morning, down in the evening, and it was working great. I was making great money, fantastic. But then of course, when conditions change, or maybe not making so much money, you're stalling your progress, your whole identity is pinned on trading. And you're like, oh, the whole world has stopped turning because the markets have suddenly gone slow. The markets have suddenly stopped moving. What was working isn't working. Whereas if you have stuff outside of trading, if you have a hobby, if you have interests, if you have sports, if all the other stuff, guys, family, all the other things that we talked about before, at least you can lean on that sometimes. You can go, you know what? I'm going to go and enjoy a game of football. You know what? I'm going to go and watch this sport. You know what? I'm going to go and watch a film. I'm going to spend time with this family, this friends, this whatever it may be. Because then when you've got a bit more balance in it, when the inevitable drawdowns in trading happen, the bad days in trading happen, it's not your whole world stop turning. It's just one small part, and you kind of get your boosts and your happiness and stuff from elsewhere. So I didn't recognize this for a long time in my trading, but I do now, and I definitely recommend it. So if you're a younger trader out there and you think, you know what, and you're so focused on trading, and that's normal, you're ambitious, you want to get going, you want to get going, you want to press, but having something else as well definitely will just help your bottom line. You think a bit like that, because sometimes you can feel guilty for doing something else when you could be trading, could be studying, I get that. But you think, you know what, having this will improve my bottom line over time. It's easier to frame it and wrap it up in your mind. Second thing is to be grateful. This sounds like a bit of a wishy-washy one, I get it, but bear with me. Being grateful for having the ability to be in the market when there are millions of people, if not more, who haven't even got a chance of getting involved in the market. You are in a position where you have money to be able to risk your capital. You're in a position where you've got the brain about you to be able to work with this puzzle of the market. You've got access to technology, you've got a computer. Yes, I know these are small things, guys, but sometimes stepping back and appreciating that, hey, you know what, I'm pretty lucky that I get a chance to do what I love, even though maybe I haven't done so well last week. Maybe then it doesn't seem so bad. Bit of a drawdown in the week, bit of a drawdown on the day, but you know what? I love the markets, I love the game, I love trading. It'll be better. That sometimes just flicks a switch in your mind. Third thing is lean on a trading support network. If you've got a group of traders who you can talk to about the experiences, you can talk to and say, not doing so well, they make you feel better, they lift you up, they'll offer you advice on what you've done wrong, if anything. You can share in the community and all go through the collective experience together. Well, that helps loads. Now, where do you get that? You might have a group of traders yourself. You might have a kind of Skype group. You might have a WhatsApp group or something. And there are others out there as well, guys. It doesn't have to be mine specifically, but there's a support network there. And if you've got a group of people who are all going through the same thing and trying to help each other as a group, you feel so much like, okay, I've been through this, I've been through this, I've been through this, I've been through this. You feel like, okay, it's normal. You don't feel so alone and so like, oh, am I the only one who's going through this? It feels awful. It's much, much better when there's a collective people there helping you. The fourth thing, guys, is draw confidence from prior trades. So, prior days and prior trades, prior weeks, you go back and you go, look, this is what I did really, really well back then. Just so I'm not doing so well now doesn't mean that I'm a bad trader. Yes, I might have really messed up here and that and the other, and you can't kind of kid yourself that everything's fine, and you shouldn't do that anyway. But you can go back and say, you know what, I do this really, really well. I can build on this, I can work on this. And so you're trying to extract confidence from prior performance, bring it into the present and go, you know what, there's something to work on there. Today's not a great day, this week's not a great week, but I've done some great things before and I can do them again. And thinking like that helps you get motivated, get back on the game. Fifth thing is be thankful that you've actually been forced to take time to learn, read and improve. So when you have a drawdown, you should always take a step back rather than digging that big hole. Take a step back and say, you know what, I'm thankful actually now that I probably wouldn't have read this book about trading. I probably wouldn't have read in my journal. I probably wouldn't have analysed my checklist, my prior charts, because if I hadn't have had this drawdown, I'd have probably just been ploughing away, and who knows what happened. So look at it as a positive, even though it's hard to, and say, you know what, yes, P&L's down, yes, equity curve is smashed a little bit. However, I'm taking that as an indicator, as a sign to go, right, I'm going to do some work on my trades, I'm going to work on my ideas, my setups, my checklists, my discipline, this stuff. And it's forcing you to become a better trader, even though it's not maybe representing your P&L. It's going to come through at some point in the future. It will, if you put that work in, eventually show up in your P&L. You might not know it now, but if you put the work in consistently, out off screen, so to speak, then it will show up in the P&L at some point in time. So guys, staying motivated during tough trading days, 5 for you there. What's yours? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you do when you're demotivated, when things aren't going right, you've had a drawdown, you just think, you know what, I'm fed up with this. You know, what makes you go get fired up back again and get back in it and keep pushing forward and keep moving? Let me know in the comment section below. Take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.